Today I'm gonna keep the video simple. I'm kind of on daddy duty today, doing a bunch of family stuff. But there are some things I'm going to do on the farm. The guys have been doing quite a bit. We have our orders. They've actually all gone out. Those are all delivered. They've been packed and everything. Toby's planting microgreens right now. I'm just gonna hand water this. We cropped out these beds of radishes yesterday. Well, they had a thin harvest last Thursday, and then we finished them off yesterday. That would have been, I mentioned it in yesterday's video. It wasn't in there actually, but I cropped them out. So we've already turned them over, refertilized them with some turkey manure, and now I'm just, we've planted arugula in them, but now I'm just giving them a little bit of a hand water, which I like to do on drip irrigation plots. I like to hand water them, direct seeded crops, just to get them established, especially direct seeded crops that have a lot of rows. So arugula for us is 10 rows. If it was radishes at 7, I might not worry as much about the watering, but with a 9-row crop, I like to give it a hand water just to get a nice strong germination. And once that root gets down at least an inch, then the drip irrigation will be able to handle it well from there. But today I'm just doing some stuff around here. I'm gonna go and direct seed one of the our flagship plot. I'm gonna plant out most of the rest of the beds there, and I'm gonna bring over some insect netting to cover up our beds of turnips, because if they're not in a greenhouse, they're at high risk of getting cabbage root maggot, which is our worst pest for our radishes and turnips. So I'll take you guys along and show you what I'm up to. All right, we are just clearing out our summer post-harvest area. We're gonna rearrange things here. We've had about 3 drafts of the plan, but now the plan is more official. This area is actually going to be all green stuff. So our bubbler, our spinner, and our greens, our drying screen is gonna be there. Walk-in coolers are gonna go back here. And then packing area stays the same. And then our washing table is gonna go kind of where the white cooler is actually. And we're gonna go with that. And then that way there's open flow. We can go back and forth really easily. And I took some suggestions actually from the viewers that had some. One guy, I was originally gonna put the coolers here, and then one guy commented and said, just made a comment about the workflow, and I agreed with him actually, and I said, you know what, I'll put the coolers back here. Makes more sense. So these guys are just clearing it out. We're almost done for the day. I've been out running errands all day, and I'm just gonna head over to our flagship plot and plant, I think 5 or 7 beds. Got it on my list, and I'm also gonna bring over my insect netting and my little hoops and put that up. And I'll show you guys how I do that. We'll see you over there. Alright. Threw the flame weeder on at the last moment because I almost forgot that I had to flame these beds before I plant them. Not that I have to, it's just will make the weed situation a lot easier. Good germination on all of these beds. Everything's coming up. Arugula, tatsoi, red Russian, turnips. Perfect. So I'm just gonna pull off the rest of these tarps. I'm actually gonna leave these 2 beds here just because they're the ones that get the most amount of shade. So I'm not gonna plant them just yet. Pull the tarps off here, flame those 2, pull all those off, flame those 3, and then I'm gonna plant a bunch of stuff. Well, it looks like I didn't bring quite enough insect netting, but I got enough to get my bed of turnips that came up, and these 2 beds of radishes. I'll have to bring more hoops here too. That's another thing I didn't bring enough of. But let me just show you guys what's going on with the tomatoes, and then I'm gonna get out of here for the day. So we're experimenting with staggering rows. So this is actually a way we can get more density in the greenhouse, so we can actually, in a way, achieve about a 6-inch spacing in a row by just having 2 rows that are kind of close together, staggered from one another. We did this last year in the greenhouse at my place, and so we're gonna try it here and see how it goes. The other day I was in here and I cropped out this bed of radishes. We immediately put tomatoes in there, and this one's partially harvested, and we'll put the rest of the tomatoes in there near the end of the week when I harvest the rest of that. So that's my day, guys. We'll see you later.